Did you know if you drop a like and subscribe in the next 5 seconds, nothing will happen but it will put a giant smile on my face? Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 8 is literally just on the horizon, starting September 12th, less than a month away, as the season we're in now, Chapter 2 Season 7, is 75% or 3/4 complete. With that said though, despite there only being one more update set to occur with downtime commencing for V17.50 before 18.00, which is Chapter 2 Season 8 that yes, Epic Games are currently working on, let's just say over the past few days across social media, so many things have been getting leaked, whether it's to do with upcoming skins, brand new collaborations, and we'd be here all day if I named all of them, but specifically what we're going to be focusing on today is not only the Season 8 map changes that have fully been revealed, but even the ones going into Chapter 3 after a live event occurs affecting the storyline, which is 100% confirmed now. Trust me, you guys won't want to miss a single second of today's video, so of course for that reason, make sure you're sticking around and watching the full thing. It would make my pug Gus's day. He's been feeling kinda down recently, considering he discovered 70% of you watching right now even aren't subscribed to the channel, so whilst you're at it, hit the big red button, turn that little frown upside down. After all, subscribing can only benefit you anyways by keeping you in the loop and keeping you up to date as soon as I post new Fortnite content with all notifications turned on, of course, but I give 5 subscribers every single day too, and when September 12th rolls around for the release of Season 8, you already know that's going to be tons, if not hundreds of Season 8 battle passes. So until Season 8 rolls around, if you want to be gifted in the next video, make sure you simply subscribe into the channel with all notifications turned on, and then comment your Epic Games ID down below, as well as what you'd like to receive off me potentially. And yeah, this could be your name in the very next video 24 hours from now, or whenever I next upload, in front of thousands of eyes to see. But with all that out of the way now, let's get into all the map changes that will be upcoming for Season 8, whether they are effects of the live event happening affecting our story and then are led into in the trailer, or just generally will be new name locations. Just before we go any further, I need to give a huge thank you to Monster Legends for kindly sponsoring us again today, and if you're wondering what Monster Legends is, it's an app that's free and available for everybody on iOS and Android. This fun, fresh and progressive game allows us to collect monsters, choose different sets of skills, and boost our strategy in action-packed battles. From clicking the link at the very top of the video description down below, or in the pinned comments, you can start today by building your world full of monsters to live in, filling it with habitats, and breeding different monsters of different elements and rarities to create cool new species. On top of building your own collection, hierarchy, or army of monsters, there are different PvP modes to complement this, whether for example you're playing the special dungeons and adventure map where you can fight in real time against your friends. You can also team up with other monster masters to chat, strategize, and fight in epic team wars and earn exclusive monsters. Level up your monsters for the battle ahead and rank them up in the Monster Lab to break their limits. Let's not forget to mention too, one of my favourite parts is the fact that in Monster Legends there are hundreds of different monsters to collect. And even better yet, this includes special monsters created for favourite YouTubers like Dream or Mr. Beast. Unlike literally every other mobile game too, this is updated every week with new events and other things to discover and play in new adventures. By downloading the game in the video description down below or in the pinned comment right now, you can get this special reward worth $30 for free for a limited time only until August 25th, 2021, consisting of 50,000 food, a brand new epic monster, 300,000 gold, and 10 gems. Okay, so with all that out of the way now, let's dive into all the details we know about going into Season 8 or the Season 8 map as a whole. Despite, as I previously teased at the start of the video, that it's confirmed now that we're going to be seeing another live event before the release of 18.00 or Chapter 2 Season 8 on September 12th. Technically, we kind of could refer to the Rift Tour as a live event to do with our story anyways, considering we went through this interdimension and saw memories of our past, and the last flashback, or should I say flash forward that hasn't happened yet, was Kevin the Cube spawned in on our Chapter 2 island like it did initially on the outskirts of Paradise Palms through a strike of lightning, I'm guessing. I know many people didn't pay too much attention for these when flying through here, as everything was kinda crazy in terms of the scenery around us, but here are all the memories or snapshots on screen inside these little balls anyways from our memories, or even the one not from our memories being the only last one. We were expecting to see the return of Kevin the Cube somehow according to this leaked list of Season 8 information anyways, which also predicted right and has come true already, the Ariana Grande concert itself that we're mentioning about now, this moment in where we saw Kevin the Cube, and obviously we have Bloodsport in the item shop rotating throughout there frequently, who is from the Suicide Squad or the Justice League. So with this appearance of Kevin the Cube here, obviously they had this full image in the files despite us not seeing it very clearly through this kind of bubble or memory or wherever we're seeing it when we go through this void, and despite the fact that data miners have been able to pinpoint where exactly this particular particular piece of scenery is on our Chapter 2 island, meaning where Kevin the Cube will be spawning in. For those that don't remember, in the update prior to the Rift Tour event update, I believe it was 17.30 even, in this update obviously we had files updated for the Storm King, which yes, made a physical appearance for us to fight or not even shoot at, making the same outcome occur anyway in the Rift Tour. And with more files being updated before the Rift Tour itself to do with Kevin the Cube, we definitely expected his appearance somehow, but what if I told you this isn't the last appearance or the only appearance this season? As you can see with the new update that's occurred being V17.40, not only have big YouTubers like Ali spotted in the teasers for this brand new Imposters event Easter eggs pointing toward where Kevin the Cube will be spawning in on these kind of screens anyways that people seem to be watching on. As you know, this is like the red marker for where this particular scenery is taking place on the island anyways, that yeah, data miners also came to the conclusion of. When the cube does spawn in toward the end of Season 8, as this list also predicts will be controlled by a queen-like character that will play a large part in Chapter 3 too. I'll have that posted on this YouTube channel as soon as it happens, not like this shown in the background that's a very accurate concept or very realistic looking but isn't real, so of course make sure you subscribe to the channel with all notifications turned on for when that actually happens. Like I say, I'm guessing it's going to be happening soon considering we only have a number of days left of Chapter 2 Season 7 before September 12th, with it being over 75% way complete now, or 3/4. After all, the storyline premise of this season is Dr. Sloane's army of the Imagined Order, or what she leads anyways, versus the aliens who are kind of like, I don't know, swanning the island or taking over it. I mean, the newest update 17.40 bringing this brand new trailer clearly establishes this if you haven't watched it already. It also gives us more insight to the lore itself, as Agent John Jones obviously portrayed the Imagined Order and sided with the Seven, and obviously caused all of this chaos to happen with the 0 point ever since Season 5. But as you can see, the skin Marius also seems to be an imposter for the Imagined Order 2, or another mole that was siding with Agent John Jones or helping him. And before we go over the event details of how Kevin the Cube's going to be returning, or even the live event lore related for this season, even the crashing of the mothership, speaking of that, the crashing, explosion or destruction of the mothership is talked about by Dr. Sloane herself here in these voice recordings that data miners managed to leak, so make sure you're listening very closely and I'll meet you guys on the other side.
The IO does have a counterattack plan in place, but I believe it's been compromised. You and me are creating a backup plan. Start with weapons testing. I can't say for certain the IO counterattack has been compromised, but I don't like what I'm seeing. I think our little backup plan just became the main event. I have weapons in development that may be capable of bringing down the mothership. All you need to do is convince the aliens to bring them on board. Voluntarily. Thanks to you, our plan is looking far better than it has any right to. One minor detail. If we take down the mothership, the crash landing is not going to be pretty. A few billion tons of flaming debris crashing into the island is bound to cause some problems. We need to find a way to reduce potential casualties without tipping our hand. You'll have to be creative, but I trust you.
Okay, so that voice recording right there was very interesting, not only because it revealed the IO's counterattack plan to the aliens arriving over the Fortnite island and trying to take it over, but it also revealed that Dr. Sloane has already developed weapons capable of bringing down the very thing that's above the Fortnite island, you know, taking it over, literally even in terms of the size and shape because it's bigger than it. And speaking of Dr. Sloane even potentially thinking that far ahead to bringing down the mothership and the debris causing so much damage, considering yes, it is bigger than the island, it won't be pretty. Moving on to our Season 8 map details in terms of the locations on it, or because of this, that will occur during the Season 8 live event, or should I say the Season 7 live event to end off this season and perhaps even be developed onto in the Season 8 cinematic trailer. Hypex literally 24 hours ago at the time of me recording this video stated the following over on Twitter: found something with Tonzim, we might get a mummy skin in Season 8, could be scrapped, it matches the theme of a POI coming in Season 8, the POI/landmarks are, there's most likely more but these are the only ones that got leaked, pyramid, cubes, and crash sites. We've already talked about the appearance of Kevin the Cube and what he'll be doing in Chapter 2 Season 8, I'm guessing, from appearing late on this season, so the cube's POI obviously makes sense, as we know he can grow like he did on the floating island more so, and of course a crash site 100% makes sense too if the mothership is to be brought down by the IO and us helping them perhaps, maybe with Agent John Jones and the Seven even siding with them for this one big event. And despite these three things being on this list of map changes that we're definitely going to be seeing for Chapter 2 Season Season 8. One of them, the first one, doesn't make a whole lot of sense, being a pyramid. Sure, we've seen pyramids in the past, such as what people created for the block anyways in Chapter 1, and speaking of the block, can we get this back in Fortnite please in Chapter 2? I don't know, I miss the constant updates to this and the fun wackiness that some people created anyways. It made the game really refreshing, but anyways, getting back on topic, in terms of this pyramid name location or POI anyways, where there's maybe multiple or just one giant one, we know it's been teased in the Chapter 2 Season 2 teasers that there would be a POI named location or even area that consists of pyramids or a pyramid. We know Fortnite like to work way in advance, and yes, this was one of the teasers for Chapter 2 Season 2. You can clearly see there's a pyramid-like structure in the background that we've never seen before. It never came in any of the earlier seasons if you're new to Fortnite, just so you know, so yeah, it looks like we're going to be seeing something like this, a structure of this sort next season. And speaking of even more map changes, leading back to our leaked list of Season 8 information to do with who spawns in the cube or powers it anyways being this Queen character, and her being involved largely in Chapter 3 alongside the 7 being more so exposed as to their location. Speaking of Chapter 3, going way past the start of Season 8, here is what Hypex had to say about potentially all the name locations already being revealed on this brand new map that we're definitely going to be getting. Unreleased locations for a map codenamed Demeter. It's in a very early development and it's probably for survival or Chapter 3, but we have Canoe Shop, Dragon's Maw Cave, Farm, Forest Ruins, Haunted Hotel, Hiking Visitors Center, maybe Visitor is codename or reference to one of the 7 members being the first one we got revealed to, Hydro Power Station, Camp, Castle, Mansion, and Prison. Hypex actually does follow up himself by saying he doubts this is for the Chapter 3 map, but who knows, because we got leaked towards something very, very early on in terms of what the Chapter 2 map would look like, but just some of the names were different, and this actually became accurate or correct. Obviously these locations on here are just probably the coding if they are to be implemented on the Chapter 3 map, as they usually are something interesting when they're in-game anyways for us to see on our map itself when landing down on it from the battle bus, such as Pleasant Park of course. And speaking of codenames, data miners have actually managed to find what the name, or codename should I say, of the event itself will be called, so they can leak things from it early to do with it or what's upcoming, and it happens to be called Kiwi for this storyline related one, the second in Chapter 2 Season 7. As you can see right here, nearby leaks also confirms that there's going to be explosions, most likely the mothership being destroyed anyways and then debris falling off. As he states, leaked Kiwi event gameplay tags seems like we'll see explosions and stuff inside the mothership, not just obviously on it. Some of the next leaks are very interesting, as it also confirms the appearance of Kevin the Cube on the island to see or touch in-game this season, doing something anyways. As he states, the Cube will be involved too in this codenamed Kiwi event that's set to occur later in Season 7. And then perhaps the most interesting thing about when we watch the live event in-game anyways is that supposedly we're going to be getting some sort of space implemented or updated into the game, like the helicarrier where we can watch this event from, so it definitely indicates big map changes or destruction are going to be going down. With that said though, that's all I've got for you guys today, but don't worry, tons more information is pouring out by the hour, so of course leave a like in the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe to the channel with all notifications turned on if you're new. In terms of where you go to now, click or interact with anything on screen that you can touch. Do it right now, it's fun, and obviously it leads you to other videos too, but most importantly, hopefully I can catch you, yes you the individual watching right now, in the very next video I do post on the channel.